Hi everyone, welcome back to Encounter Encouragement. I have to say, I haven't been here for a while because I've been having trouble with both my tablet and my brain. And I hope by now that I've gotten them both in a better working order. So, while I was gone, I felt like I was truly a failure because I was failing myself and the goals that I had for this channel. And I was failing you all because some of you have been very, very faithful and loyal, and I wasn't giving you the material that I had hoped that I would be able to give you. And so I felt like I was failing me and you. And I got to thinking about failing and failures, and I thought, really, failure is temporary in this case. I temporarily failed to give you what I expected to give you and what perhaps you've been hoping for in terms of amount of content. But I realized that I didn't permanently fail. It was a temporary setback. The only way for me to truly fail at this is if I give up. If I give up and I quit without accomplishing the goals that I have set for myself. So I thought, well, what a better way to start back up. It's been a week and a half only, but still, it's a way to start back up is by talking about how I felt like a failure and how I can and how you can, how we can overcome any time that we feel like we're a failure. Now, sometimes other people put the label failure on us. That's not for them to do because they don't know the goals, the plans, the steps that you have taken or the steps that you plan to take in whatever the situation might be. And until you give up and quit, you are not a failure. I talked another time about quitting is not for winners. Well, neither is failure, because winners don't fail. They have momentary setbacks. They have what appears to be a temporary failure, but they overcome. So really what failure is it's an opportunity to overcome whatever it is that set us back, to try again, to try harder, to learn another way that hasn't worked. Think about Thomas Edison and a light bulb. How many times did he fail? Thousands of times, maybe hundreds of times, whatever it was. It was a large number. I had heard this somewhere years ago. But the point is, he didn't stop. He wasn't a failure. He found multiple ways that didn't work. Now, sometimes when people are doing something and they set the goal at whatever height, they try and it doesn't work, and they try and it doesn't work, and they try and it doesn't work, and they continue to try, and even though they may not reach this particular goal, one of their attempts may end up in something else succeeding. You look at pharmaceutical companies, the research that goes behind different drugs. Sometimes they find that they're trying to supposedly cure cancer, but really they come up with a drug that fights something else instead. And they realize that they failed at the goal of getting a cancer cure, but they achieved something even in that temporary failure. They achieved a goal of that they didn't even know they had, but they achieved getting something that works for a different ailment. Now, you could still call that a failure, but it's also an unintended win. So sometimes when we fail at one goal, we can win in a different way that can produce winning. Not failure, but winning. We can go in a different direction and still win at life. So don't worry if you fall down this time. Get back up. If you fail in this attempt, try again. Overcome the obstacles that are put before you, the things that make you stop, the things that make you feel like you have failed yourself and everyone else, and figure out another way to get past it. You've already learned that this way doesn't work. You've learned that you have to try something else. So go ahead and do that. Try something else. It's very likely that one of these times, should you not give up, should you not quit, you will achieve something positive. It may not be the exact goal that you had. It may not be curing cancer as such, but you might help another person or another group of people or yourself in achieving something else, some unintended result that can have a huge impact on other people. And just the fact that you didn't give up, that says a lot about you and your character. So by no means are you a failure if you continue to try. One episode of not gaining the exact result you were looking for, that does not make you a failure. It gives you an opportunity to try. So I hope that some of you out here will forgive me for temporarily failing to get content to you in these videos and for missing like a week and a half. But I appreciate the fact that you let me try again so that we can continue on this journey of encouragement and seeing things in a different way. So I look forward to seeing you again soon, sooner than a week and a half, as was this last stint. And I hope that you all have a very, very blessed day until then. Thanks, y'all.